And let's just get straight to it, man. I am excited about our guest. I'm so excited about our guest, man. I've been a fan of this dude for a long time, a friend of this dude for a long time, and somebody I've watched a couple people. I get into it. Boom. Our guest right now, please get up for the incredible comedian, the incredible actor, the incredible producer, Mr. Justin Hires. Hey!
I know, right?
Okay.
I felt like somebody should clap.
Hey.
Thank you, mama.
There's going to be a lot of flowers.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
I love you, dog.
I love you too, bro.
All right, so I met Justin, like we was all like super like new into stand-up, like in the game, you know what I mean? And I'll say this about Justin. It's two people, I don't think I ever told you this. It's two people I feel like I watched and their grind, you was like, oh, it's no way they're not gonna be successful, right?
Wow.
Kevin Hart, and I seen him through Ian Edwards, like when I was first starting, and like his work ethic, I was like, he was already famous, but it was like, oh, he's just his work ethic. And Justin Hires.
Wow.
Dog.
High praise.
Dog, you literally, like, I remember us like, you know, doing stand-up or whatever, and you was the first ones like writing scripts.
Yeah.
Dog, Justin was writing scripts and then having table reads at his apartment, inviting people, and like literally like had like the chewy bars.
Yeah.
I love them things.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And would have it for snacks, water, and would like, and Justin would be so into it. As you reading, Justin knew all the lines, so he was like, he was saying your lines, you was saying your line.
I was Will Smith in it.
But
First season,
dog,
Fresh Prince.
like you could see then, like, oh, the work ethic. You know what I mean? So I just want to give you your flowers up top. Like,
Thank you,
you've
bro.
done amazing things, which we'll get to. But I just the base of the audience, my audience who never met you, you know, like your work ethic is incredible.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, man. Got to put in that grind.
You from?
St. Petersburg, Florida, you know, graduated from Performing Arts High School, went to college in Atlanta, Clark, Atlanta, mass comm major. And yeah, man, got my first two movies in Atlanta with Will Packer. Me and Will Packer from the same hometown.
Now, how we get there? So you in Florida, living in Florida?
I was in Florida and I was good, you know, I was doing well academically, and I was at in this honors program, and Will Packer came to speak to all the kids that got into this honors program in St. Petersburg. And I remember he told a story about working with Diddy at the time.
Again, this is post what we know. This is pre.
This
Tell
is
your story pre what we know now.
But I never forgot that. He was like, yeah, I'm working with Diddy. So he's on stage telling the kids to stay, you know, like work hard and all this other stuff. And this was before he did Stomp the Yard, before he did The Gospel. This is when he was doing the Twa movies.
Right.
So anybody that really know Will Packer know he started out doing like straight to DVD basically type movies. And so yeah, he was like, his company was in Atlanta. So after he talked to all the kids when the event was over, I walked up to him. I'm like, yo, my name is Justin Hires. Like, I want to be an actor. And he was like, he gave me his card. He said, yo, if you ever in Atlanta, hit me up. Just so happened.
Yo, listen, God good, bro.
God is great.
Go ahead, man.
Praise him. And so just so happened, I got accepted into Clark Atlanta University. I was up in Atlanta, so I hit him up. So I hit up Will and
Now listen, just for the mind of a hustler, a young comedian, right? When you make the call, right, you nervous? You're like, okay, I'm finna call Will Packer. Or you just call and say like, yo, I'm here in Atlanta, where to work at? Like,
yeah, I think I might have, I don't know if I emailed him or a text message. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think I actually spoke to him on the phone. But I might have been a text or email. And so I hit him up, but he hit me back. He said, come down to the set. I'm doing this movie called The Gospel, and we need background actors. So I hit up my homeboys, and I'm like, yo, you know, like, y'all want to come to this movie set? Because it was during the school day. And everybody was, you know, fucking losers. You know, I got class, you know. And I was like, all right, y'all do that if y'all want to. Like, how many opportunities we gonna have to go on a movie set? So I went. I remember, I think I took a taxi or something. Because I think this was my freshman year, and we couldn't have cars my freshman year. So I think I took like a taxi to set.
To Stomp the Yard.
To The Gospel.
To The Gospel.
This is first, and this is Will Packer's first theatrical.
My man.
Boris Kojo.
Boris Kojo, go ahead.
Boris Kojo and Idris Elba first movie.
Wow.
So this is like Idris Elba first movie. That's when I found out he was British. You know, in between takes, they're like, so can I have? I was like, what the fuck? What? You know, because he was playing a pastor in the movie, and I get up. There's no lie. I get up on set, and I reintroduced myself to Will. Will introduced me to the director, Rob Hardy. Rob looks at me. He said, man, what you could do? I said, man, I could do anything. Sing, dance, fly, whatever you need me to do, I do it. And they whispered to each other. They said, yo, we got this part that opened up. We want you to audition for it. I'm talking about I was on set for 15 minutes tops. And I said, yeah, let's do it. They gave me the sides. That's like the audition script. Anybody that don't know what, what sides are. They take me into their trailer. That's how back in the day this is. Will and Rob was sharing a trailer. They take me into their trailer. They're like, go over these lines. We go put you on tape, the audition in like 15 minutes. Cool. I go over the lines. They come in, record the audition. I have a good audition. They go outside for like 2 seconds. They come back. You got the part. We gonna have you film tomorrow. That's how I got my first acting role in a movie. Yeah. And so then...
Now, Lord, do you call your boys like dumbass?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they deserve it. I was like, y'all should have came. And so I started filming like later that week or something. And what happened was there was a rapper that was supposed to do the part. He wasn't showing up for the role. And so that's how the role got open. So then their next movie was Stomp the Yard. And when Stomp the Yard came around, they hit me up again. 5 auditions later, I got to stand behind Neo for 2 hours.
Now listen, what year were you still a freshman or sophomore? In a sophomore in
Stomp the Yard?
Yeah, what year?
I think Stomp the Yard, I was a junior.
Listen, dog. That's what I want to say. That's amazing. Your freshman year, you go there with a plan. I'm smart. I'm educated. I'm cool. But I'm a hustle boom.
Right.
Junior year, you in your second movie.
Yeah. And so that's why when I moved to LA, it was easy for me to get representation because I already had 2 theatrical films under my belt. And so I got to LA, got a commercial agent quick. My first audition for a commercial, I got on Avail. That was for a McDonald's commercial. My second audition, through my commercial agent, I booked an MTV pilot as the host. Because since I got Avail with my first audition, she said, I'm going to submit you for a TV show.
Avail, explain Avail for the audience.
So Avail, for anybody that don't know, that means the casting and producers want to check your availability. And they want to see, if we were to cast you, will you be available on these dates to shoot?
Right.
And so it's usually only 2 or 3 actors that they put on Avail. So basically, I beat out everybody else, and it was just between me and 1 or 2 other people for that first audition. Mind you, though, I went to a performing arts high school, and I took theater in middle school. So the preparation had already been. So a lot of people, when I first moved to LA, was like, dang, how Justin keep booking stuff?
Listen, can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Listen, so, and I'll get to this trip. Dog, when we went to Vegas, it used to be me, you, Ron, DC. We would go to Vegas for Ron's birthday, right? Listen, I'll get to the funny part later. I put this on everything, Justin. That's when I found out, Justin can act. Like, y'all had auditions. I didn't, and I was just reading with y'all.
Yeah.
Right, and I read what, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And look, I read with you first. You read, like, it's a thing to cold reading, like when you get a script and you can pick it up and, like, you can go and you was so fluid. I was like, I'm trying to keep up. I was like, oh, shit, I'm the reader. You know what I mean? He's killing me. All I got to do is read.
Right.
And then I was like, that's the first, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, not like a negative thing, like, do good.
Yeah.
And then I found you could rap.
Oh, yeah.
And we was like driving up and they play a beat. You was like, I'll do a little something.
Yeah.
I was like, right.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Nah, I could rap I'm going to tell you, the only reason why I stopped rapping is because I realized it's all about money. It's all about promotion.
Yeah.
Don't matter how good your song is. That's why even Q from Q Quality Control, he even said in the interview, if you want a song to go, I think he said at least it's like $250,000. And that's simply pushing the song out on these apps and all these different streaming platforms, buying ads on radio stations. That's how you really get a hit. And what I realized is when I put out my first song, it was going. Like, I got on like Rap Radar playlists because I put so much money behind it. My video was going viral on Instagram and YouTube. My second song I put out, I put a little less money. It got less views. My third one, I put out even less money. Used even less money. It got even lesser views. Then I put out other songs. I'm like, well, I know these songs are technically better.
Right.
But because I put so much money behind these other songs, it got more promotion and it did better. But I'm like, yo, I'm not, and that's why people sign with labels, because
they fund it.
They fund the promotion of the songs. And that's why people sign with labels. So that's the only reason why I stopped doing music as much as I was doing.
Now take me back now. You acting, right? You booking commercials, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember it was like, it was a Key and Peele.
Oh, yeah.
I remember you doing, listen, at the time, like Key and Peele's the hot show.
Yeah.
I was like, I know Tone Bill did it.
Yeah.
And Justin Hires did it.
Yeah.
And like that's the new, like, Chappelle show, I guess, for the network right now. So how'd that feel?
Chappelle was like, fuck these niggas.
All right.
Taking my show. that was cool. So I got that actually too. First of all, they both nice. They super nice. And the way I got that was they just saw my reel. Like, cause it was originally just supposed to be like no lines on Key and Peele, basically. And they sent my manager at the time, she sent them my reel, and I at least had 21 Jump Street, that clip on my reel. So they just thought I was funny. They remember me from the movie. And I went there to just kind of just like be in the scene, not really say nothing. I improvised. It was a sketch called Front Hand, Backhand, and then we were slapping each other. And I improvised in rehearsal this final slap, and they was like, "Yo, that's funny." They was like, "We didn't really have an end to this. That's funny. Do that in the when we start filming." So I did that. It did well. People love the sketch, and so they started bringing me back for other sketches. So, that's how I kind of got in there.
And I missed 21 Jump Street. I thought that was after. So that's prior to, when did we get 21 Jump Street? It's 2 movies, boom, Atlanta. We moved to LA. We get the commercial, boom. When did we get 21 Jump Street?
21 Jump Street was 2011.
It's auditions or a call?
Audition. And I remember Jonah Hill, part of the reason why he cast me when he saw me, he was like, I feel like you the next Chris Tucker. Like, you kind of had that energy. And I was, because I was still in his vibe. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. And so it was ironic that he said that when he first met me, because he personally cast me. He saw my audition tape and was like, I'm going to cast you, put this dude in 21 Jump Street. And so it was ironic that then a few years later, I got cast as the lead for Rush Hour. But that's somebody I looked up to my entire life. So
that's dope as hell.
Yeah.
I met Jonah Hill one time. It was uncomfortable. I had some management at the time, and he was at a party. He was like, there's Jonah Hill, go introduce yourself. I said, I don't really do that. And it was like, go introduce yourself. I said, dog. And my dumb ass walk over to like 6'4".
Yeah.
John looks up, how you doing? I'm sitting, nice to meet you, big fan. Nice to meet you. And then walked off, I was like,
yeah, that's the energy. Some people,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I know me. I don't like just random conversations.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's like I felt like, you know what I mean? Weird.
Yeah. Some people, some celebrities, someone has to introduce you to them for them to feel comfortable to talk to you. Yeah. And there's other celebrities you could just say what's up to. Like I met Jason Bateman, and I'm about to
I like Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I love Jason Bateman. I'm about to event drop. Like they say name drop. I'm about to event drop. Yeah. I met Jason Bateman at the Super Bowl.
Nice.
And so when I went to go speak to him, that's when Ozark is on the air. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Ozark. In the movies, he kills it in comedies and drama. He's a beast. He was super nice. I mean, talking, asking me questions. And then there's other people that you have to have the official, like Chris Rock. You just can't walk up to Chris Rock. You can try it.
He
got autism or something.
Not autism.
He got something.
No, but like since the beginning, I've always known Chris to be like shy, and like I always respected that.
Right.
Like, he don't like a Gerard almost.
Right.
Just like they don't look like for the parties.
Right.
They just good at their craft. So I always gave them their space.
Yeah. You need to.
I mean, a Gerard I've known. So, but like Chris, when I see him in the club, I never, even knowing Tony, I would still see Chris and not like say shit. You could see like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I agree. And Chris, great people though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if you ever meet him, you gonna want the formal introduction through somebody. Because once someone gives you that formal introduction, then he nice as hell. Yeah, he's super nice.
I got where I'll meet people, and then they don't remember meeting me.
Oh yeah.
And then that'll be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say this comedian is like one of my favorites. It's crazy. Because it was like, I've met him before through Marlon.
Who was it?
Okay, look, Dave. Right?
Oh, okay.
So I met Dave through Marlon a couple times. Been to Dave's house.
Damn.
One of the nicest things.
In Ohio?
In Ohio. Dog. We was doing Date and Funny Bone, and then he came to the show, and then we ended up going to his house.
Damn.
And like it's when he put them 2 specials out, one in Austin and then one at the Belly Room.
Oh, wow.
And so we was watching it, like maybe 9 of us. He was like, I said, you want to smoke? He was like, no, I'm good. That's all right. So he's like, man, fuck it, man. Smoke with Dave Chappelle, right? Smoke with him. He told Marlon, he was like, I like your man. Like, he's real quiet. He's like, oh, see, he to himself. He from Fort Worth type shit. It was cool as hell, right? The next time I saw Dave, I was at New York at a club, and him and Chris were I think they were going on a tour. And so they were like downstairs in the green room, but it was like the comics there. So I go downstairs, and I feel like everybody in the room that wasn't a comedian looked at me like, who is this big nigga in the room? And there's one dude was like, Sid. Funny as hell. Like, and he was with them, but it was like, okay.
You need
and then
that.
The next time I saw Dave was upstairs a Sarah's night. He was doing.
okay.
I did some time, but before the show started, he walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, man." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
So he remembered.
Oh, right,
okay.
yeah. I've walked up on a couple people. I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And they looked at me like they didn't know me. I was like, "That gets me angry."
Yeah.
if I've been in your house,
yeah. I mean, he should remember that.
not Dave, it was somebody else.
Yeah.
I've been in their house. I
Right.
was like, "Dog, I used to play poker with you."
Well, who's this person?
When I say you played me, dog, Don Cheadle played me
It
so
was Don
bad.
Cheadle?
Such a huge fan, dog. Like Chris Spencer back in the day, like, you like to play poker? Yeah. All right, it's a house game. I'm in my 20s. I'm like, where? I'm gonna take you to Don Cheadle's house. Like, for real? Yeah, we go there. Nice house. Now, the first, everybody filling me out. And, you know, I don't really talk a lot. You know, I ain't like,
Right.
vibe is cool. Bring Sydney back. Play again. Where I don't come one time. Where's Sydney? Go back.
3 times.
Dog, now I'm playing in Dom's. I'm like, where it's like I know his friends. Now it's a thing. We order food. His wife is there. It's like, I'm in Don Cheadle's house, nigga.
Met his dog.
Dog. And so then, like, couple years maybe go by, I'm playing poker at like a casino. And Dom is like at the expensive tables, right? Playing. And I walk up on some like, oh snaps, I haven't seen him in a minute. Right? I was like, he's playing. I waited till after the hand. I said, Dom, what's up, man? He was like, I was like, and then you do something you never want to do, right? Sydney. And he looked at me, he was like, and I walked off, and I hit Chris Spencer like, yo, Don just played me. He just played me. He was like, nah, man, you know, he sees a lot of people. I was like, oh, he hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
I'm about to leave the casino and go home right now. But yeah.
Nah, I mean, what I realized is how I messed up any real relationship that I probably could have had with Chris Rock is I met him through another comedian, Matt Clay-Brooks. Very funny. He's the showrunner for Lil' Kev, the animated series that Kevin Hart doing, right? And he works on the Everybody Hates Chris animated series. But he tours with Chris Rock.
That's the guy that said what's up to me when he was like, yo, what's up, Sydney?
Oh, well, there you have it.
Yes.
Yeah, great dude.
Yes.
Fucking great dude. Okay, so they were in Tampa performing. He tours with Chris just to like help him out with his material or whatever. I get tickets. Shout out to Chris Spencer. I get tickets to the show. Afterwards, Matt like, yo, we all going out to dinner. So I'm like, cool. Wife with me. We go out to dinner with Chris Rock. Chris Rock, super cool. Again, had the formal introduction.
Yeah.
So super cool. I said, man, thanks for letting me hang out with you. He's like, come on, man. Eddie Murphy let me hang out with him. You know? So I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, you need to take your wife Lake Como. He's like, you was one of them MacGyver checks, take your wife to Lake Como. And I was like, all right, nigga, I don't know. I need to be the star of MacGyver to go to Lake Como. So anyways, I was like, okay, cool. Fast forward, a couple months later, he at the Comedy Store. He walking out the Comedy Store. I was developing a movie at the time called Homecoming. 50 Cent was attached as an executive. He was attached as an executive producer. I had a financier, all that, right? It was looking like it was a go, but we needed a director. I know Chris Rock is a great director. So I was like, yo, so I see him walking out of the Comedy Store. I was like, what's up, Chris? I said, Justin, we had dinner together in Tampa. He said, oh, yeah, MacGyver. You the black MacGyver. Yeah. I said, yeah, man. I said, look, bro, I got this movie called Homecoming. We're looking for a director. And I seen it immediately change. You said, because celebrities don't like nobody asking them for shit too soon. And so as soon as I mentioned that, oh, well, you know, have your people cover my people. And he, you know, and I was like, damn, I was like, so what could have been a genuine relationship that could have been formed? That's a lesson that I learned from in Hollywood, which is make sure you're bringing value to the person. Yeah. And don't make it seem like you asking them for something. Like, how can I help you? How can I be a service to you versus can you help me with this? Because they get that shit every day. Yeah.
That's why I always big up Marlon.
Yeah.
Like, Marlon, like, as famous he is, he's been famous for so many years. Now, look, I feel like I pull my weight. You know what I mean? Like, anytime he needs something. You know what I mean? But like, he definitely, like, I remember Regular Body, the music video I was shooting. That Regular Body
I remember that.
I literally, on a whim, like, hey, Marlon, I'm shooting a video. This is the thing. He goes, yeah, I got like 15 minutes. I said, we'll pull up to the crib. It'll be one shot. He was like, yeah. He did the scene, literally 5 minutes. All right, bro. Appreciate it. Like, never has told me, like, the special. send me what you want me to say, or like when you want me to post it. It's never been like, so some celebrities like that, so I always get a lot of people to be like, it's nothing. Because I have reached out to some people to share a special, and they was like,
yeah.
And you'd be like, yo, and I try to get in that spirit of like, so much I've done, but it's just like, all right, cool. But that's why I give props to people who you don't even care. Like, yeah, go ahead. You know what I mean? Which to me, which is what it should be. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't understand. I always share somebody's stuff because like, yo, go.
Me too.
Your blessing ain't, you know what I mean, gonna affect my blessing.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people fear. One of my homeboys told me a long time ago, he said, Justin, people don't share your stuff because they're afraid that their fans are gonna see you.
That's silly to me.
Yeah.
I've heard that concept of like, if I share your stuff on my page, you're so funny. They literally told me, you're so funny, my fans might leave. I said, that's silly to think you could have 1.4 million followers, share something on my story, and look up and have 600,000 followers. And that doesn't even, that's ridiculous.
It's insecurity.
Yes, it literally just insecurity.
Yeah, that's all it is. But I mean, I faced that my entire career.
That's why, look, shout out to Khan, Conceited.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even have his sale. Tyler was like, you know Khan number? I was like, no, hold on, I'll put you in a group text. And I know we work on Wildin' Out together. Like, so,
Tyler, great dude too, bro.
Yeah, so Khan was like, yo, Tyler, like, yo, Khan, Sid needs you to help promote his special. Sid, what's up? What you need? Sent him the link. In less than 3 minutes on his stories, check this special out with the link, clickable link.
Yeah.
Justina from Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
She calls me City Sid. City Sid, what's up? Through group text through Tyler. Send it to me right now. Post, boom, boom.
But you know what that's even a greater example is? How great you are.
I appreciate
Because
it.
it's all about relationships. That's what this business is all about. And people don't tell you that when you first get here.
Yeah.
That it's all about relationships. Your talent gets you in the door. Your relationships keep you working. And because your relationships are so strong, it's why people don't have no problem sharing your stuff. Because if you was an asshole of a dude, when you hit people up, everybody would go ghost on you, tell you that they busy, you wouldn't, don't reply back. But now, because you such a great dude, is why your special sitting at 100,000 views on their whole ass.
I appreciate that, dog. Hey, that's how old I am. Look, she would keep me young. I said, what is that? Oh, it's like saying congratulations.
Straight up.
All right, so check me to like now, you in your career, you doing your thing, like you on, Rush Hour, boom, great look, MacGyver. When you start your family?
My family, man, long time ago.
Yeah, because now it's funny because it's like I remember when you had your baby, and then it was like we get so busy in our own stuff, and I looked up, I think you either posted something, and she's like,
she big now. She 12. She just turned 12.
Dog, I was like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, man.
She just turned 12. I mean, I've been with my lady for a long time, and we have been through it all. You know, people. I had a joke that I just started working on.
Yeah.
People always talk about how long they've been married. People don't tell you how long they've been happily married.
Yeah.
And so those are two different years.
Yeah.
Because, we've been together for a long time. We done been through the ups, the downs. We still together, but we done been through it all. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. You had the baby, and then like you.
The baby was like 2012? 13, 2000.
Yeah.
I know. I should know this. I was thinking about the movies. I was like, because I just remember because it was around. It was a whole thing, but anyways, 2013. Yeah, it was 2013. Thank you for reminding me when my baby was born.
I just remember, dog.
Yeah, it's a great memory.
I was at being a father now. Like now being a father with responsibility. Like you told me earlier off camera, you like, Sydney, you always got a team.
Right.
You ain't got no kids. You got just free money to spend.
I said, Sydney got a community. He got a team. He can afford it. I was like, he don't got no kid, no wife. And you don't have to pay alimony them 3 days you was married.
See, I'm doing good. It was just 3 days.
You got in, you got out. You treated your marriage like double dutch. You like, you can add that if you want to. But anyways, what was just saying?
Just being a father now, like you got responsibility and still pursuing a dream. It's like, and you watching your kid grow up, like you know what I mean?
You know what the greatest thing about being a father for me personally is you have somebody that's in the trenches with you, and they let you know all your flaws. So for all the support, she think I'm the funniest. She loves me. She like, we watching the Oscars, Daddy, that's gonna be you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing.
Like all that type of stuff. So she genuinely believes in me, but she'll also tell you, she said something about me that was 1,000% correct. It was 1,000% correct. But it was only because she's in, and what she said about me, she said, Daddy, you're condescending. And when she said it, I was like, damn, I really thought about it. Like my remarks and the stuff I say when I'm annoyed, I'm trying to prove a point. If you look at my videos on social media, it's all condescending. My joke style, like when I'm doing my reaction videos on social media, almost every punchline is a condescending remark on the low. It works for me. That's kind of what I do. But when it then comes to your family and your daughter, well, now you got to watch yourself. You can't have that same, you know what I'm saying, right? You can't have that same energy with your family.
Yeah.
Or if you do, you just shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Unless you like joking around and it's a playful thing. But if like y'all going at it trying to prove a point and you're being condescending, well, that ain't making her feel good. And so when she said, I was like, damn. So that was the best thing about having a daughter. And let me tell you the best thing about, I'm gonna tell you something that my great auntie told my dad, and what my dad told me. When it comes to kids, you get to enjoy what you raised. So for anybody that's always talking shit about their kids,
say it again.
you get to enjoy what you raised.
We at this age, bro.
Yeah.
We at this age, you sitting back and you talking to me like, we get to enjoy what, man.
Yeah. So people talk, so it's like, now, sometimes you just got to bag egg, you know, when it comes to some of the choices they make. But a lot of that is still, man, what I see too with my daughter is she is a 50-50 split of being my wife, good and bad. I'm talking about genetically. Genetically, 50, there's some characteristics that my wife had for the better and for the worse that she has, and there's some characteristics about me for the better and the worse that she has. Point blank, period. So when she do certain things, I can't even get mad at her sometimes because I'm like, damn, that's something I would have said. That's something I would have did. That's something I'm still doing. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so I love having that. She's like a mirror. She's like a miniature mirror. If you really look at her, you'll see yourself in her. You know, and I think that's anybody that have children. If you really look at them for what you like about them, what you hate about them, all you got to do is know that's a reflection of yourself. Hey, man.
That's all I got for that right here.
Hey, man. You know.
Do you still talk to Justin?
Justin Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay, look. I won't go in this. I forget that I'm having a mind blank. Forgive me. It's Justin Mitchell and there's another guy.
Reggie?
Reggie.
Yeah.
Who I feel like you always not look out for, but like you've always like looked out for.
Yeah.
And like I appreciate it about you.
I pick niggas that move away. You know,
it's like
that's why I don't have no community.
Reggie
Reggie lives in the OC, and he's working on a comic book right now.
Okay, bet.
And he works in the school system.
Okay, bet.
Anybody that don't know, Reggie Comedy, Reggie Flannery, very funny comedian.
Yeah,
and then my other homeboy, Justin Mitchell. And
Justin was, listen, coming from Texas and from Fort Worth, like I don't consider myself country. Like country is like a, if you from Texas, then it's like, all right, cool, I'm not country. I'm just maybe more southern than somebody from LA.
Right.
And then there's niggas like Justin Mitchell,
Yeah.
who's like country. And like, I look at him like I know some country, like Robert Powell country, like from the sticks. You know what I mean? Like a couple of my exes from the sticks. Justin, dog, it's no refining. It's just a country dude that went to the stage around animals, so he would do horses and stuff. He would
his brother owned horses. He currently cut down trees in Atlanta. Like that's what he be doing, like landscaping stuff. Like so he be working like for like George Wallace, the comedian George Wallace. So he'll like cut down trees on his property and stuff like that. But he just literally enjoys being in the country and like he loves doing that. But we know how funny he is, so it's like, bruh, get back to the comedy. Yeah. But he just want to do he just want to do sketch comedy. He don't like stand-up comedy, even though he's naturally gifted as a stand-up comedian. And so, yeah, man. So I've gotten to an age where I don't try to convince people of their greatness anymore. It's either I'm gonna tell you once or twice because you're my friend. After that, the choice is yours. Now, you can either step out on true faith in fear. It's amazing, and I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying people in general.
No, listen, I'm feeling this because go ahead. I'll let you finish.
It's amazing how people say they're either religious or have faith, but they don't use it when it comes to their dreams.
Say that again, please.
Yeah. It's amazing that people that say they're religious or have faith, but they don't use the faith when it comes to their dreams.
Yeah, yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so I've gotten to an age now where, you know, because I think a lot of people may look at my career and be like, dang, Justin has a pretty good career. You know, he's accomplished X amount of things. And so I be I'm like, I know I'm not Kevin Hart, but the time will come. You know what I'm saying? Because the mindset is in place.
Your work ethic,
my work, exactly.
Since I know you.
And it all starts with that work ethic. And it all starts with the mindset. Because with the mindset comes the work ethic, comes the discipline, comes the work to show. And then that becomes like visible, you know, and you actually able to start accomplishing stuff. And so I be trying to give certain people information, tools, and it's up to them to use it. And it's like, so I've gotten to an age where it's like, I'm gonna give you the information because you're my homeboy or my homegirl. If you don't use it, that's on you. And as long as you're happy where you're at, that's all that matter. You know.
I feel you 1,000%, dog. And to me, I'm like that with like maybe when people want advice, like younger comedians, I will give. You know what I mean? I will give.
Yeah, absolutely, you do.
But to a certain point, when like the response to me, it's like maybe I'll look at it as excuses because I'll look at it and be like, hey man, I sacrificed a lot. Like I moved out here at 21, kind of just figuring it out, from waiting tables to like being broke, not eating for 3 days, but like knew where I was going.
I would have stole some shit.
But just saying,
Day
like,
two.
But just knew where I was going.
Yeah.
So it's like that are you willing to really? You might not have my journey, but that's like a sacrifice you have to. So if you're not even on that level of like, this is what I want, it's just like one ear and out the other. It's like I could tell you, hey man, you gotta get on stage every day, da da da. But like it's maybe a couple people I talked to like really like in the trench, like want this, then it's like we can have a different level of conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because just off like give me some advice, go get on stage as much as you can.
Yeah.
Your first couple years, stop trying to put out videos. You're not gonna be funny yet. It's 2 years in. Just work on the craft. But like it just take a certain personality type to be successful. Just successful.
Yeah.
Not even super famous.
Right. Just successful.
To be successful, to manage your bills, and to be successful off the craft, it takes a certain amount to here. Then we want to get here, it might take some blessings, some other doors to open, cool. But just to get to here, it takes so much. So if you're not even on that, like the advice could just be, you know, hey man, just get on stage.
That's 1,000% correct. And the other thing is, I've gotten to a point where I realize people really don't want your advice. People want you to tell them something that they already think. They want you to confirm what they're already feeling. And if you're not confirming what they're already thinking or feeling, they really don't want to hear the shit. And so now I'm at a point where I don't give out advice unless it's asked. Now, if you ask me for advice, then I'll give it to you. But if you don't specifically say, what do you think about this, then, you know, kudos to you and I'm going to keep it moving.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. That video with 2 views, it's great.
I forgot to mention this, and then I just, you know, real quick. I'm on the internet now, right? And low-key, Justin, I feel like I've done some cool things in my career, right? But the internet is what got me famous.
Yeah.
It's literally Chocolate Sundays, my stand-up clips, and now the podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Then the past 2-3 years, that's been boom. And so I'm new to the internet. I will say this. When the internet was first popping, I was one of them people who were like, I'm writing on a show. What the hell do I do? Why would I go to YouTube? Right?
Yeah.
And then I watched a couple people go, and Justin had this Street Fighter sketch.
Yeah, 2009, Chris Brown, Rihanna, like a Hadouken. Yeah. Blew up.
Yeah. Then you would do the other ones. I was like, that's crazy. I didn't even know how to do all that.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know if I ever gave you props for that, but I feel like this. Here, boom. Everything you touch is successful.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So just know that, like, I know you're going to go where you want to go, but in closing, just know that, like, your work ethic is your legacy. And, like, everything you touch is successful. Like, from your family, your daughter or whatever. like your career, like I've known you always to be a workhorse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I want you on the podcast. Like some people be like, I want to be on a podcast. I got trauma. Like, well, that's not what this is about.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have to really know you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Straight up. Know you and like you.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I just want to give you your flowers and say congratulations on just like, from what I've seen, just from my perspective, like you a workhorse and like you've earned everything you get. And before we go, my mistake, you have something coming out, like an animation with BET.
Oh, it's out now. The Lil Kev animated series on BET. So
Boom,
yeah.
talk about it real quick before. Just
Yeah, so
they
Kevin
because I
Hart-
can put a link up there, like how to find it, what time we come out, all this jazz. Boom, your character goes.
Yeah, Lil Kev on BET. It's on BET Plus, but they just started airing episodes on BET also. And I play Chin Check, the school bully.
I love like we at a point where you work so much, like, oh yeah, I do got a show right now, yeah.
I do be forgetting because you know when you first start doing stand up and you get a credit, hey y'all make sure y'all watch me on this and that. Now people, and before you go up on stage, you want me to say anything? Well, say MacGyver in Rush Hour in 21. Now it's just like, man, just say I'm funny, and then when I get off, hey, I'm Justin Hires, and you off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, congratulations, dog, and thank you for doing the podcast. I love you.
Hey man, bless and love you.
You've been watching My Cup is Full. Make sure you follow Justin Hires. Make sure you watch the show on BT Plus. Please share the special. My Cup is Full is out right now. We're doing well, over 100,000, trying the road to 1 million.
On the road.
Other than that, I love y'all. Good night.
I mean, it's less of a podcast since I found out the hard way. Started a podcast because I got a whole lot to say. Dealing with my brother gone too, and every day I miss him. Nowadays I got more questions than answers. My mama, my hero, I just watched her be cancer. And family matters, that's a real fact, homie. But I got family that stole 50 racks from me. My ex told me that she loved me, but when we broke up, I came home, the whole crib was broke up. Bro, I've been dealing with so much. Every day I'm trying meditation, and the doctor's telling me to try this medication. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I'm starting to overflow, homie. My cup is full. My cup is full. It's more than a podcast, bruh. My cup is full. Stimulating combos, make it